AFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Brady now on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Brady. The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. First down, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Lance looking to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. Now Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all because, look, let's face it, that goes to the goal line. If you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. No score after one on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Brady. Complete right side to Otten. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. On play action, it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And Lance going to throw. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Ready. 52 blue.
On first down, Lance. Flush to his right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Mitchell. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing now is Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit. And
he's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a throw here to his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Throwing on first down is Brady. This one taken in by Otten. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otten, 76 yards. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And
he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically, they got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's Lance. Completes it to Jennings. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a second down and 6.
Ultra. Go ultra. Ready, go.
And Lance now to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Rip right. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. So we got man.
To throw, it's Brady. He's got Otten. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Fournette running right. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady, quick throw, finding Mike Evans. Touchdown! Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. To throw, it's Lance. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing again on second down. Lance flushed out right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Lance back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 75 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a 1st down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, it's Fournette. And he is not going to get the 1st down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, let's bring it.
Hey, 66.
Let's bring it. Mike 54, Mike 54. Mike
We hit.
Bandit. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
We ain't giving up nothing, Jeff.
Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54, Mike 54.
Oh, you got deep? Hey, check it. We need hit.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Ayuk to return it. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. One final try now for Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield.